Hello there guys, how are you? It's John Campbell here, world-renowned clairvoyant medium and Rosslyn therapist. Now every now and again guys, it's okay, I just explain what Rosslyn therapy is, okay? Well, Rosslyn therapy is a very powerful healing technique that I made, John Joseph Campbell, okay, around about 25 years ago, possibly a little bit longer, okay? It's very, very effective on necks, backs, shoulders. But what it incorporates is basically the symbols from Rosslyn Chapel. Okay, formed into a very powerful healing technique. Now, I believe is that this actual healing technique, which I've developed as a therapist, which has worked fantastic for anywhere from migraines, neck problems, back problems, hip problems. And I certainly have, let's say, enough, I'd use the word confirmation reviews stating that, okay? I also do a lot of other stuff as well. But the thing is always is that as a reader, okay, and I believe is that only a psychic could actually have developed these techniques with a psychic healing ability, which I have both. So in other words, as I've developed these techniques as a bioenergetic therapist or an energetic therapist to heal a physical body, okay, it's very, very relaxing, it's very, very natural. But I'd use the word as I'm a Campbell, okay, it's like, I'd like to feel as if it's Scotland's own healing technique. And what I mean by Scotland's own healing technique, okay, it incorporates not only the symbols from Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland, okay, which was built in 1446, where if you've been lucky enough to go there, is absolutely beautiful and amazing. Okay, in every way, shape and form. All right, it was made famous by the book, Dan Brown's book, The Da Vinci Code. Okay, and if you've seen the movie, it's virtually near the end of the movie where you can see Rosslyn Chapel. Okay, which is a beautiful little chapel in itself. But it also incorporates the symbols from Dunkeld Cathedral, Melrose Abbey, and also Glasgow Cathedral. And I visited all of those through my time, okay, but basically every one of them, those beautiful little spots in Scotland, have amazing energies and history connected to them, okay, including very much Rosslyn, Glasgow, Dunkeld and Melrose. Okay, so basically all of those places are really, really, really gorgeous, charming places. But as far as the healing techniques concerned, okay, utilising the symbols from them to specific areas which are called trigger points. Okay, same as very similar to acupuncture points, trigger points, okay, and they're very, very powerful in form, but in sequence, okay, they create dynamic results. And it's very much an area as where you can say, oh, now you've lost me. Well, actually, okay, all I'm saying to you is that, well, look, if you're already a therapist or if you're interested in learning different therapies, okay, I have what's called an online course. That online course is, it took me over a year to make, and a lot longer than that actually. But the thing is that I've got my first book, which is called Attune Yourself to Reiki, okay, and that is actually a book which I wrote in 1999, okay, as a Reiki teacher, as a Reiki master. But the truth is that I was already a Reiki master. I didn't need to attune myself to Reiki at all. But the main reason why I had to tune myself to symbols, okay, is because I had all of the symbols from Rosslyn Chapel, Glasgow Cathedral, Melrose Abbey, and Dunkeld Cathedral. And it was like, well, what do they do? How do they work? So I literally had to attune myself to all of those symbols. And it worked wonderfully. It was really, really powerful. And I was even surprised at, the messages I got and how it worked, okay, in format. All right, and I've certainly proven all of this. There's proof, there's reviews, there's, people saying this is that have come to see me and, they've had amazing results. But the thing is that it is a very, very powerful healing technique in itself. But as a therapist, okay, it works really, really well. Now, I used to be a college lecturer going back in 2000, 2001, okay, on energetic therapies, bioenergetic therapies, which is anything to do with hands-on healing. Not all of the subjects, but quite a few. But basically, as a therapist, developing my own therapist, it's a bit like, if you understand, it's a bit like, you know, if you can imagine, if you learn to play the guitar, well, obviously when you learn to play the guitar, you listen to everybody else's songs. But over time, you develop and create your own music. Well, it's very, very similar. Okay, in the beginning, I used to obviously sort of like practice and work with everybody else's techniques, and then as you develop, you build your own. Okay, which is what I do. So with all of that, okay, it's instructured. So in other words, it's full video, okay, and there's a lot of meditations. Now, a lot of the meditations which I actually have on there are in fact, all of the meditations that are on there I've created, okay, which are there specifically to connect you to your powers, angels, guides, release negativity and invoke positivity. So right at the beginning, guys, is the meditations. Then you go into the healing systems, which is basically Reiki. You can say you're already a Reiki master. Well, brilliant. Just skip that and then go to the Rosslyn therapy. So in other words, is that with the Rosslyn therapy, it's the full manual, okay, which basically I wrote in 2003. After attuning myself with all of those symbols, and basically during that whole process, I actually wrote Attune Yourself to Reiki the Cosmology Way, which was the whole self-attunement Reiki format, covering all 3 levels to master. So if you're interested in what I'm offering, okay, I would be absolutely delighted to hear from you. So just place a comment under after this video, okay, I would be delighted to hear from you, okay, or just go to the link above and click on the link tree, and there's the link to the course there. Guys, I thank you so much for listening to me, okay, hopefully it was interesting enough for you, okay, thank you much, bye.